What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Y'all know what I was about to say. The Real Housewives of Miami, bitch. Did I ever review Real Housewives of Miami? Y'all remember when that was on back in the day? Oh, girl. Did I? Mama Elsa, may she rest in peace because she just passed away like a couple of years ago. But anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? This season 12, episode 9, A Whine of a Time. Okay, so basically this is the episode where the girls get ready to go to Canada. You got all the girls, on the phone talking to everybody. Cynthia on the phone talking to Tanya. Tanya trying to figure out what she need to do, what she need to wear, Canada and all this stuff. Talking about how big her ass is gotten. She said she think her ass bigger than Portia now. I said I don't know if that's possible. Portia sent down there with her sister at a little makeup spot or whatever, talking about her relationship with Dennis and what's going on with that and how they went to therapy. And Lauren was basically telling her what everybody else been saying. If you're gonna get back into this whole relationship with this man, or at least try to, or try to get on a good page or whatever, take this shit slow. Go through step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before you just go back in and do what you did initially, going from step 1 to 10. Okay, you need to take it slow. Don't give it all too much. You know what I'm saying? Pace your damn self, okay? Then Portia let us know that she went to go sit down with Marlo and Candy. She was over at Candy house. I think that's what she said. Marlo was there. And that's when Candy told her all the stuff about what Eva was saying about her when that day that Portia had told Kenya about, Eva not wanting to be around her because of her, bring her kids because of her, she didn't know her energy, which wasn't nothing negative like that for Eva to go off the way that she went off, okay? And for, Kenya to go off the way that she went off. But, Eva really did go off on Portia and, talk about something, bitch, I can pull up all this stuff on the blogs about you and, you talking all this mess, has your C-section scar even healed up yet and woo, woo, woo and all this stuff, And so Portia was really confused because she said, I thought she was a friend. I thought she was part of my village the last time we had a talk. And I'm telling her a lot of personal things was when we went to the spa. So now, she got to figure out when she going to address that. Either before the trip, during the trip, after the trip, she don't know. Whenever the time presents itself, that's when she going to do it. Who else? You got Kenya up there talking to her aunt. She's gonna leave a baby with somebody and her nanny or whatever, and she's a little nervous because this is the first time that she's gone anywhere without her baby. And so, the aunt said just go out there, do what you gotta do, have fun, don't get in no drama, don't let them girls press you. That's basically it. Okay. And then, it's time for everybody to start meeting up to get to Canada, and Canada A. I'm sorry. They don't say sorry. Sorry. Listen, if you used to watch Degrassi back in the day, listen, Degrassi was the shit. It took me a minute to realize because I was young. It took me a minute to realize that it was not American, U.S. of America. It was North America, Canada. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was Canadian like a motherfucker. Because I was like, why do they pronounce sorry like that? I thought it was sorry. They say sorry. They say a lot of their words like that. I was like, what the fuck is this? I said, oh, I was young. So I didn't know, so don't come for me. I'm just letting y'all know. But if y'all ain't been, girl, go back and watch Degrassi when Drake was on there. Okay, no, when Aubrey Graham, that's his name. That's what his name was on there when he was on there. And Wheelchair Jimmy. Girl, Degrassi was the shit. But anyway, so everybody started showing up. Tanya, of course, is the first one. Baby, let me just tell you this. I like Tanya's energy for some reason, okay? Because any other time, I would have been like, bitch, you know what? You're going to have to tone this shit down. It's early in the goddamn morning. You too goddamn cheery for me. And she was cheery as hell. But bitch, she trying to make sure everybody is on the good foot. Everybody got good energy. She trying to make sure everybody's pepped and ready and pumped to go. I like that. I don't want to come to no trip and everybody all dull and shit like that. No, we got to be ready. We got to be about to do this shit. Yes, we finna go to Canada. We finna go shake our titties and our ass or whatever, bitch. We finna fuck it up, okay? That's what we finna do. You know what I'm saying? Tanya, if I would have had my coffee in the morning, because I drink coffee now, y'all. if I would have had my coffee in the morning and I had a little pep and I had some little sleep, I would have been really much here for Tanya and her little, all her little hypeness. And she was greeting everybody. She greeted Cynthia, hey, and she gave everybody the same energy. I was like, okay, Tanya, calm it down just a little bit, but you cool. You all right for right now. You just trying to bring everybody together. I'm okay with that. Surprisingly, Candy wasn't late. She was the second girl to get there. First Cynthia, then Candy, then Eva, Portia. I think no. Did Portia show up next? Either way, they was talking about Marlo and her feet. This her the last time she's gonna be a few months or whatever weeks that she's gonna be up in sneakers because she had like foot surgery or toe surgery or something like that. And they all to the good. Eva talking about how Marlo reached out to her and they had a conversation about her feet and all that stuff. And, she being nice to her. She was like, she think it's sincere, but it's Marlo, so you never know. But everybody's there, and Tanya does tell them about the fact that, she did put Nene up in that text stream trying to say that it would have been weird to invite everybody and not put her in it. But, of course, Nene didn't respond to it. But, of course, we know that Tanya knows that Nene will be on the trip, even though she just told the girls. I'm not sure if she's coming, but she knows that she's going to come. It's a surprise. So, while Tanya is in the midst of talking to the girls about what's going on with Nene, you got Marlo saying, I think that she might show up, even though she tried to contact her, but, she didn't get her on the phone, so she left her a message or whatever. And then Cynthia had talked to, said, Marlo, did you tell her to unblock me? She sent the cheese in the card package, and I was just trying to say thank you, and I tried to send a message to her, and it was blocked. And I was just sitting here like, see, didn't I tell y'all Cynthia want to be Nene's friend again? And to be quite honest, I'm not even going to come down hard on her because if you've been friends with somebody for so long and y'all had these disagreements, you're bound to have disagreements. But baby, I don't know. Like, and depending on the severity of the disagreement and the fallout or whatever, you still want to be friends with that person. You want to make up to a certain extent. But the muscling and the doing the interviews back and forth about girl, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Once we started talking shit about stuff in the public and, like for us regular folks putting it on social media and all this shit and calling bitches out by name and all that stuff, that's over and done with, okay? I'm not about to be your friend no more. But that Cynthia girl, she missed her old friend. But anyway, next thing you know, Kenya shows up, and of course Marlo gets quiet. Kenya thinks that she's jealous of her, whatever. I said Kenya thinks everybody's jealous of her, but okay. She was like, she's just jealous because everybody wanted Kenya more hair care instead of her little dried out wigs. And I was like, you know what? Shh, okay, we're gonna have a good trip. That's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a good trip. No, we're not. If you saw the preview, we already know shit gonna get turned up. This episode turned out to be like, it felt like a little filler episode, so that's why I'm giving y'all, trying to, give y'all little shits and giggles here and there. For some reason, I just feel like this show so far has like it's missing something. It's missing something. It seems a little bit one note. Like it just seems a little off the seats. Okay. Am I the only one that feel that way? But anyway, moving on from that, Giovanna shows up with a jacket on that spells bitch, looking like some type, I don't know who she was looking like, okay? Looking like she had on one of Nene's old wigs, okay? So she showed up with a jacket that said bitch on the back, and then, Portia was the last one to show up. They get on the plane. You got Kenya and Eva sitting next to each other. It was like, she gonna be cool with the girl for right now. The producer asking about the dog. She was like, take that shit slow. You need to slow that down. Okay. And then when they finally get to Canada, Marlo once again have an issue. Now, last season when they went to Japan, Marlo luggage got lost, okay? They lost her luggage. She was without luggage for a few days on the trip. And now this time, as Tanya was explaining to us, when they get to get to Canada, the kiosk there's an automatic kiosk for the passport that you put your passport down there and all that stuff. And, Marlo put her passport down there and somebody stole the passport. Okay. And so she had to go check in and see what she could do about that. Basically, the only good thing about it is the fact that it shows that she did have her passport because it did show her checking in. And, she has to go to the embassy to get able to go home. So it's just the whole thing. She was like, did Kenya take it? Girl, the shit between King and Marlo, I just want them to fight at this point because it's just ridiculous. But moving on from that, they get on the bus or whatever, little sprinter that they got, and Tanya gets on there. Portia already got the little flask with the Hennessy. How you get that in there? They told me to pour it out, but I poured some of it out and I kept some of it in. Then Tanya gets on there. She's explaining everything and thanking the girls for coming and wanting to be a part of this moment. She's born and raised in Toronto, Canada. Her father is from Ghana, and her mother is English. And then she was just saying this is like the Caribbean, West Indies, Caribbeans, Africans way of their emancipation from slavery. This tradition. She's been to the Toronto Carnival a lot throughout her life, and it's just a time to have fun, fellowship, and all that stuff. You're going to see a lot of different cultures, a lot of different things, and just have a good time. And I'm just like, that's what we need. Just have a good time. We gonna see. Okay. Then they get into what the bedroom bed sitting thing is gonna be about. I was like, here we go. So basically, Tanya said that the room situation, is everybody got the same type of room. I think she got like the presidential suite, but her penthouse or whatever. But everybody got the same type of room. They get to the hotel. She said the girls got an hour to rest up and get ready. Then they're gonna have like these little dance lessons, teach them how to juke. Okay, juke out. Come on, listen. This is my shit right here. Okay, this is my element. Y'all just don't know, like. Ooh. Anyway, and then I had a wine and shit like that. Dirty wine. Okay, y'all gotta get me. Y'all gotta get me. Okay, like, bitch, snatch me the fuck up, bitch. Come put that ass right there. No, let me stop. Somebody gonna be like, girl, yes. Yes, okay, it's the end of the year. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? All right, New Year's is around the corner, But anyway, listen, so they get there. Get to the hotel. You got Candy and Candy, Kenya, and Cynthia. They're talking in the same room or whatever, and then they come to find out, Cynthia realized that this little card situation that Nene had sent her is seeming a little fake now because somebody has sent it to the blogs and it's word for word what was said on the card is on the blogs. And which blog is it? It's bloodbscott.com. Now, if you follow B. Scott and listen to his podcast, because now they feel like that it was Nene that actually was the one who sent it to the blogs. But in truth be told, I feel like it was Giovanna because of the way that Giovanna came over there to Cynthia when she found out that she got the card. She was like, yeah, this is what I told Nene, that you need to send this and you need to do this and woo woo woo. Like, why are you so deeply involved? Bitch, I'm finna blame Giovanna for a lot of shit. Like, bitch, she the easiest target at this point. And I'm only saying this because if you listen to B. Scott's podcast and stuff like that, him and Nene ain't cool like that. So yeah, she don't click with him no more. He don't click with her like that no more. And therefore, I don't think that she would be the one that sent that to the blogs, especially not to him in specific. Okay, so yeah, somebody else did that shit inside her camp. But it is what it is. So now they kind of second guessing the whole thing, whether or not it was fake or real, what the intentions really were behind it. Then they get into this whole talk about this thing with Kenya. Kenya said, so how did you guys like the dinner date? I said, girl, I would have kept that to myself because if we finna be real, we're about to be real. Cynthia brought up the fact that, you get ready to talk and, Mark talking about when he gets ready to talk, please don't talk over me and stuff like that. But then when you get ready to talk, he gets ready to interrupt you. So he up there contradicting himself and all this stuff. Y'all doing the same thing to each other. And then Candy put out there, oh yeah, I talked to him after, y'all left or whatever. Yeah, that's that New York thing. That's him and Ty. They like to go out to lounges and stuff or whatever. Kenya like, damn, bitch, I want to go out too. Why don't you spend some time with me, bitch? You don't even see me all the time. You don't see your baby all the time. Why don't you come home and spend some time with your family, okay? Like, when you at New York and you by yourself, you can be up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing whatever you want to do because I ain't got no control over that, And then they got into that whole situation about damn, I just lost my thought. What did they talk about? Oh, the Nene situation. Like, how you picking Nene's side is, and it's not necessarily saying that he's picking Nene's side, but he sees no fault in her, and Candy said she can appreciate, Mike's, explanation in the way that he, went about that whole situation. I ain't got no problem with her, but I'm Team Cynthia, that type of thing. And then they started talking about how Kenya was like, things went so fast. Now it seems like it's just going downhill a little bit or whatever, and it's changing so fast. And Cynthia asking, do you see it being permanent or temporary or something that you can fix or whatever? And at this moment, no. Okay, I don't think Mark really likes her. It was like, first it was all about the baby. Now it's just like, it was all about them. Then the baby came along. It became all about her. And now she got pushed out the picture. And it's like he's annoyed with her. I say just leave that shit alone, okay? That's why y'all in the predicament that y'all in. Y'all rushed this shit. Y'all didn't really get to know each other. I don't see no difference between her relationship and Portia's relationship. In a sense, the only difference is she got married before she had her baby. Did she get married before she had her baby? She actually got married. That's what it was, okay? Other than that, I ain't saying there was cheating involved on her part, but in the fact that they both went through a similar situation of going ahead and rushing things before getting to actually know people, rushing a relationship to just say that they're in a relationship. That's what I'm saying. The similarities come into play. So they get down and they go ahead and they do the dance class. I like the fact that they gave them different flags for the different countries in the Caribbean, and teaching them how to whine, teaching them how to joke, teaching them all the stuff. And of course, Portia twerking and everything else. And when they was actually doing, bitch, Candy tried. She tried her best, okay? Candy already admitted that she not a dancer or nothing like that. We already knew that. She accepted the fact that at least she's not in denial, And so, Miss Instructor, I said conductor. Miss Instructor Shakira said, listen, this ain't no twerk. We don't twerk, okay? We whine, all right? That's what we do. Portia said, you're going to get all this twerk, okay? You're going to get all this twerk. You're going to get this wine. You're going to call it whatever, and you're going to take it, okay? And at this point, Kenya didn't show up because Kenya wasn't feeling well. That's what Cynthia said. Of course, Marlo had to make a quip and say, yeah, she coming or whatever. She all right and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. But, of course, from the little conversation that they had, I guess it drained her. She just was not really feeling herself, so she didn't want to come down. That was fine. She really wasn't missed. But, moving from that, Cynthia had a conversation with who she was talking to. Was she talking to Eva? I think she was talking to Eva, yes, about the whole Kenya situation and, the engagement and how, she don't think that she tried to tip her off maliciously, whatever, that she didn't know about it in already, but I don't know if it was malicious. I'm not going to put that out there and I'm not going to go that far, but she did know that something might happen because Candy was the one that told her, to hurry up and get here because she thinks that Mike is about to propose to Cynthia. But when somebody, even if you were tipped off, that means for you to get there so that you won't miss the event and not so that you can open up your mouth and blab it out to the person. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Mike was feeling some type of way. Eva gets on the phone talking to her husband about how everything's been going so far, and it's not gonna stay that way, but it is what it is. Since not Cynthia, but Nene, she shows up, and Tanya, she goes down there to meet her, and she said she had a talk with Greg, her spiritual coach, and everything before she came there. And, she's looking to make a breakthrough with somebody, okay? And to have a good time. And we'll just see how that goes and how that end up. So, the girls are about to meet up out, on a little patio at the hotel or whatever. You got Candy and you got Portia and Marlo that show up first, and then of course Portia had to get her Hennessy. Marlo had to get her Don Julio with the pineapple twist. Okay, and that do sound good. Giovanna shows up, and then Candy shows up, and then Cynthia shows up, and they waiting on Tanya and Kenya trying to figure out whether or not Kenya is really okay. Kenya does show up later after Tanya shows up. And Tanya let us know that Nene did say that she took a late flight and that she's downstairs in the hotel and that Nene is here. And so, of course, everybody has their feelings. Cynthia in her confessional, Nene's here. Oh, yay. And then Eva looking like, girl. And then Portia, girl, bye. Her make a gift for that. But anyway, Kenya shows up. Kenya just said that she took a little emergency, medical package and she's feeling a little bit better. She was drained from whatever was going on in her relationship. Who cares? Moving on from that, they get into, the drinks and Portia brings up a lot of stuff, how, she was talking to, they show a little flashback of how, she was talking to Ivana, she's the new girl. Who does she vibe with? We want to get the tea or whatever. She was like, so far I'm vibing with everybody. And then it was like, this made me want to think that we should bring up everything that's going on, put it all on the table. But when we do that, we don't want to mess up the trip. So I want to approach it in a different way. I want to approach it delicately. And so she was like, I was really hurt by some things that was said, Eva, about you, in my relationship. And, just because of what I said or whatever that you said about Kenya, and your energy, her energy and all this stuff. That's the reason why you didn't want to bring your child with you to the little party. You just went in on me and I thought that you was my village. You was the main one out of everybody that was here that said, I got you through each and everything, and you start going real personal and talking about something you're going to be forwarding stuff that on the blog say to me about me and Dennis and about Dennis himself. And then I ain't even got my C-section scar healed yet, but I'm all up in other people's business and stuff like that. And at this point, Eva once again goes into denial mode. And then Portia calls her out and says, so Candy's a liar? Candy ain't lying. Candy has no reason, out of all the girls there, Candy has no reason to lie, to falter, or whatever, okay? Because for what? For what? What is her stake into lying, okay? She gonna tell it like it is. Candy was not lying. The footage was not lying. She was like, I never said that I was gonna forward anything to you or whatever, whatever. They replayed that clip at least a good 3 times of Eva saying that she would. So Candy was not lying. Portia was not lying and reiterating what was said. All of this is blown up. I think, Eva's response was too much for somebody that was supposed to be your friend, and instead of just taking it to Portia, you just went off the deep end. And Candy had to tell her that when you get hurt or whatever, your response and your reads just be, too far sometimes, okay? And we supposed to be friends. Why you going so hard? You know what I'm saying? And of course, Portia was like, so I seen you deny stuff like this the way that you're denying right now. All right. And I'm just like, Eva, just say that you said this shit, because it's going to come out at the reunion that you said the shit. You sitting at home watching the evidence with us that you said the shit. Okay. There is no getting out of this. But, Eva, you've been in this situation once before. Why put yourself in it again? Like, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And then when they asked Cynthia, did she remember her saying that? Cynthia, I don't remember that saying. I don't remember what was said. Cynthia, come on now. Come on now. We weren't even there and we remember what was said. Come on now. Stop that. Cynthia said, what she do knows is that even if Eva might not remember, some things probably were said, and some things were said, but at the end of the day, she know that Eva rides hard for her and that their friendship is real or whatever. Portia said, okay, she just gonna have to digest it and let it go for right now. Then they get on to the whole Kenya situation and the proposal stuff, and Cynthia had to let her know that Mike was not here for what happened. Kenya talking about I wasn't trying to mess up the proposal or whatever. It's just that, I just had a gut feeling. It was like one of my premonitions that I be getting. Candy looked at her ass like, bitch, it was no fucking premonition. She was like, you can say it. You can say it. Candy said, bitch, I am going to say it. I texted your ass and said for you to get your ass down here because I think that he's going to propose to her tonight and you need to fucking hurry up and get here. That did not open up the door for you to open up your mouth and to say, girl, I think he might propose to you. No, you don't do shit like that. You keep it on the low, okay? It makes it look as if you're trying to sabotage the whole thing. And then you don't want to come off as you being malicious. You don't want to come off as you being jealous. You want to come off as you being supportive and happy for your friend, okay? But that's exactly how you came off to some people that already don't like you, okay? They don't know your energy. They don't like your vibe when you came in and you did that. So therefore, they had those that judgment of you when you say stuff like that, even though that's probably not what you meant. Okay, you didn't mean any harm. But truth be told, who doesn't know not to say anything when you think there's a surprise proposal going on? I have never heard somebody tell the person that might be getting proposed to, oh, I think he gonna propose to you, when you already know that he gonna propose. Like, I never heard nobody spill a shit like that unless there was some vindictiveness behind it. Okay? And Portia was saying, if that was my friend like that, I would be looking at it sideways too, like, who do it, because it's weird. You know what I'm saying? And then, Kenya had to go through that. I would ride for that bitch over there and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. And right in the midst of doing all this shit, she tried to apologize if that's how it came out. Nene walks up, okay? She's like, hey guys. Here go Candy. What's up? What's up? Candy went straight nigga mode. What's up? What's up? Okay? It was like Tanya and Candy was the only one that really acknowledged Nene coming up in there. Probably Yvonne that we didn't see because that's her girlfriend. Nene sat down next to Kenya, and it was crickets. And then it said, next time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said, why y'all gonna leave it like that? But anyway, that was the Real Housewives, y'all. Tell me how y'all felt. Tell me what you feel about the last 5 minutes of the show. The Portia and Eva thing, and then the Kenya and the Cynthia thing. I think they're kind of dragging it out, but they got to make drama somewhere. Like I said, it feels like something is missing this season. I don't know what, but it does. Am I the only one that feels that way? Let me know. I'll see y'all later. Peace.